See, my video is not coming?
No, not yet.
There's only one camera. I'm trying to video. This camera is here. There's no, is it video camera? Where I cannot be seen today, it looks like. I'm trying to see the video settings so that my video cannot start.
Feeling myself lonely, respecting all around me, when in my heart will your mercy shine? When will that day be mine? When will that day be mine? Followers and money, pleasures of this body, seemingly lasting, but what are they worth? Give me pure devotion, oh Gaurahari, please let me worship you, birth after birth. When will that day be mine? When will that day be mine? Chanting names of Krishna, sung in deep devotion, ecstasy trembling when color arrives. My body thrilled in rapture, feeling pure emotion. Rivers of tears will flow from my eyes. When will that day be mine? When will that day be mine? When in Navadvip on the banks of the Ganges, running and dancing, I'll sing like mad. Oh Nityananda, oh Gaurahari,
All right.
there's nothing but
I think I'm going to speak tonight without video.
to be had.
Hare Krishna. For some
Hare
reason,
Krishna. Yeah, so, well, Hare Krishna.
I'm using
Yeah.
a very old computer because my system just crashed my system just crashed 2 days ago and has gone for the repair.
All right, it's okay. We understand that hearing is more important than anything else. So as long as we can hear you, that is good enough.
But can you hear me clearly?
Very clearly, yes.
Okay.
Very clearly. So of course, the word is today is a very special day. It's not yet noon, my time. It may be afternoon for most of the audience, and probably those who may be listening to this recording via YouTube. But today is the divine appearance day of Sri Balarama. And it is our honor and privilege to have His Grace Ishara Prabhu speak with us about the glories and the divine appearance of Sri Balaramji on this auspicious day. Unfortunately, or fortunately, Prabhuji is using a new device and he's unable to get his video working at the moment, but his audio is working. And so since hearing is the most important thing in spiritual life, we're happy to hear him. So Prabhuji, You may take it over from here and go ahead and speak.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Maybe if Lord Balaram gives some strength, the video will comes.
For sure, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gurave Gurachandraya Pratikaya Tudalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha Jnanatimandasya Jnanagana Salakaya Chakshusumalitaye Natasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitaya Bhutale Sayarupa Kadamayan Dadate Swapadantikan
Low battery. Please charge.
Vandeya Sikrushita Padakamala Se Guru Vaishnavamsya Se Rupa Sakajatan Sahagana Raghunatha Vitatan Sajivan Sadhuitan Savadutan Parijana Saitan Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Low
Deva
battery. Please charge.
Sri Radha Krishna Parasahagana Lalita Sri Vishaka Vitan Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopi Sagopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasute Tata
Low
Kanchana
battery. Please
Goranga
charge.
Vishabhanusude Devi Panamami Yari Priye Panchakapatru Vyascha Kripa Sindhi Vacha Patitana Pavana Vebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandana Yacha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Nama Vasudeva Sutan Devam Kansa Chandramadana Devaki Paramananda Krishna Bande Jagaguru Nama Sankitana Yasya Sava Papa Vanaya Sam Panamami Panamo Dukanasana Tampanami Hari Hari Priyam Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sevita Gadahara Siva Sadigura Bhaktavinda Namo Mo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pistaya Bhutale Simati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nivise Sunyavadi Pashatya Satarine Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Anandalila Maya Vigra Yenabadi Chabisindra Yatasma Maha Pirimara Sapadaya Chita Chandra Namana Masute Chaitanya Chandra Namana Masute Chaitanya Chandra Namana Masute. So Hare Krishna, I am very happy to be here tonight. My time is daytime, your time over there. And today is a very glorious appearance day of Lord Balaram. I can see you all, but nobody can see me for some reason. This is like my first time because we have a system crash. So now my voice is clear, right? It's
Very
clear?
clear. Yes, very clear, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, that's good. So we are very, very privileged to be present on the appearance day of Lord Balaram. Actually, it's tomorrow. We celebration tomorrow. The calendar, and not for India, tomorrow is the Punima. That is the full moon day is tomorrow. So that's when Lord Balaram's appear himself. So I hope it's the same thing in America also. The same dates in America?
No, it's today here.
Oh, okay. So today in America, but tomorrow in India, according to the Titi, the calendars. So, Lord Balaram, There's so much to say about Lord Balaram, and the more we say about Lord Balaram, the more talks we give about Lord Balaram, and the more we hear about Lord Balaram, the more we'll be benefited from it. So Sijade Goswami, very, very great Vaishnav saints who appeared around 1,000 years ago. So in his composition of Gita Govinda and the commission Gita Govinda, which is a dramatic poetry of Lord Krishna's pastime, the association of devotees. So in the beginning of this book, Sujade Goswami, he had composed the prayer called the Gita, the Dasavata prayer. He selected 10 incarnations. Selected incarnations, and these incarnations they describe different avatars. So now he had written about Lord Balaram as follows. Asiva Pusi Vishade Bashana Jaladabam Halati Biti Milita Yamunabam Keshabadrita Haladara Rupa Jai Jagadishare Jai Jagadishare Jai Jagadishare Keshavarita Aladara Rupa Jai Jagadishare Jai Jagadishare Jai Jagadishare. So the meaning, the translation, O Jagadev, Jagadish, the Lord of the universe is Jagadev. O killer of the demon Keshi, O Hari, you have assumed a brilliant white complexion in your form as Baladev Prabhu. You wear blue clothes that resemble the beauty of the newly formed fresh rain clouds. It seems that the river Yamuna has hidden in your cloth, fearing the blow of your plow. O carrier of the plow, may you be victorious. So Lord Balaram, he carries two items. One is the plow, the one which the farmer they used to plow their field, the plow. And the other item that Lord Balaram carry is a club. So it's called Halada. So he carries the plow and then he also carries the club. So the meaning of these two items, I will describe it later on during the course of the narration of the conversation. So Lord Balaram is the carrier of the plow and is being glorified in the 8th verse of this song of Dasavata of Gita Govinda. So he has said by Pusi which indicate that the Lord Balaram's complexion is white, very, very white, not pinkish, explicit, white color, white. So, and also his clothes is blue-green. Like Lord Krishna, his color is blackish, Shamasunda. And Lord Balaram, his color is whitish. So there are, in this incarnation, first of all, Lord Balaram is not just an avatar. He is the first expansion of Lord Krishna. Is the immediate expansion of Lord Krishna. And he sometimes people have a misconception because in some scriptures it describes the Lord Vishnu from his head, two hair on his body, two hair on his head comes out. One hair is blackish, and one strand of hair is blackish, and another strand of hair is whitish. So this understanding, this description says that both Krishna and Balaram, they were the incarnation of the hair of Lord Vishnu, which means Lord Vishnu is the source of Krishna and Balaram. You know, and that's why Lord Vishnu is called Keshava. Keshava means, Kesh means the hair, and Va means, so when Krishna is called Keshava, which means who is the incarnation of the hair of Lord Vishnu. So this is a very wrong understanding. It's not accepted by any scriptures, by the Bible time, or by the version of Acharyas. Because Krishna and Balaram, they are the source of all the expansions. They are the source of all the incarnations. There's difference between avatar and then avatari. So avatar, avatari, one is the source of all incarnations. That is the avatar. And avatari, okay, avatar means the one who descends. But avatar normally have a source. But the avatari is the origin of all the avatars. It's the origin. So Krishna is the origin of all the avatars. And Lord Balaram is the immediate expansion of Lord Krishna. So this is explained in the Lagu Bhagavatamrita. This is explained of the different avatars, different avatars of Lord Krishna. It's explained in the Lagu Bhagavatamrita. So we're going to take the time today to try to have some understanding of this original incarnation of Krishna. So in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is explained that the original Narayan, that the source of Narayan, like Krishna, he expanded himself into Balaram. And then from Balaram, there are four, what we call four quadruple expansions. So these are Vasudev, Sankarshan, and Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. These are the four expansions. And then from Sankarshan, there's another quadruple expansions, which has come out. And then from that come Lord Narayan. So Narayan has come from Sankarshan. And then from Lord Narayan, then another four expansion. And then from that, you have Mahavishnu, which means Karanandara Dasha Vishnu, Mahavishnu. And then from Mahavishnu come Gabodaksha Vishnu. And from Gabodaksha Vishnu come Kirodasha Vishnu, who is the maintenance of the material world. And then, of course, from Kirodasha Vishnu, many incarnations, different incarnations come. like Kuma avatar, Matsya avatar, Nishingari avatar, Parasuram, Vamana. So many different incarnations there come from Kirusa Vishnu. But as I said, Krishna and Balaram, they are not incarnation of they are not incarnation of Vishnu. So Vishnu is not the origin. Rather, the original Vishnu is Lord Krishna. In this case, actually, Lord Balaram, who is the origin of Lord Krishna. So in the last few days, we have been celebrating the Julian Yatra in the last few days. Julian Yatra is the swing festival, whereby Radha and Krishna are placed on the swing, and then devotee pull they pull the swing. It's called Jula. Jula means the swing. So this is a pastimes that happens over a period of 21 days. It happens over a period of 21 days, whereby Krishna, Srimati Radharani, they are on a swing, and then the gopis, so many gopis, they were surrounded by the gopis, and then the gopis were pulling Krishna. There's so many beautiful songs have been sung, beautiful musical instruments have been played. So it's a very joyous event. Actually, if anyone here comes to Vrindavan, there is one particular place which is called a Tateshtan. It's in this place whereby one can actually see the original swing, which is on a tree. And this actually has been there for the past 5,000 years ago. So if one comes, this place is called Tateshtan. It's a very sacred place. So the acharyas have described that. Now there are also some people who have the opinion that Balaram came after Lord Krishna, but that is not the case. Today or tomorrow our time is the appearance of Lord Balaram, and then next week, exactly a week from today, which means 8 days from today, is Lord Krishna's appearance. So Lord Balaram come first. Now Lord Balaram is also called Dauji. Dauji means the elder brother. He's the elder brother. The Lila means past. The Lila is the elder brother of Lord Krishna. He's the elder brother. So the Lila which they performed when they came 5,000 years ago. Now, there are there's been several incarnations, several appearances, whereby Krishna and Balaram, they always come. And in those appearances, Balaram, being immediate expansion of Lord Krishna, will always come as a younger brother. He always come as a younger brother. So, for example, during the incarnation of Lord Ramachandra, so Lord Ramachandra came, Lord Ramachandra, and then his younger brother was Lakshman. So, of course, Lord Ram, he came with three brothers, Lakshman, Shatrughan, and Bharat. So, but Lakshman is specifically very dear to Lord Ram, very dear, because Lakshman, being the original Baladev, the mode is to always be of service to the Lord. That's is always have this mode of service. Actually, it's as stated in the scriptures that uh, all the items that Krishna uses in his lila, in his pastime, such as the dresses, the ornaments, the crowns, the everything, all the environment. This is all the manifestations of Lord Balaram. These are the manifestations of Lord Balaram. All the elements that Krishna, the shoes and everything. This is all the manifestations of Lord Balaram. Lord Balaram is also called Anantasesh. Anantasesh is is an expansion of original Balaram. So Anantasesh, who actually hold all the universes on his head. The Anantasesh is always in, therefore, Anantasesh has thousands and thousands of mouths, and it's always glorifying the pastimes, the activities of the Lord. He has been doing so since time immemorial. So Lord Balaram, so Anantasesh, he rendered so many unlimited service to the Lord. So Balaram is the source of that. But in all these incarnations, which Balaram in his various aspects performs, because he performs as elder brother, and the elder brother, he comes as younger brother, and the younger brother will always have to be subservient to the older brother. After all, that is his original form, to be of service to the original Lord, to the Bhagavan, to the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan, to the original personality of Godhead. But during the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra, and Lakshman there was a younger brother. But now, because Lord Ram is such a very unique incarnation, because Lord Ram, he was called the Mayada Purushottama. There are different categories of the Supreme Lord based on their activities. One is called Mayada Purushottama. Another one is called Lila Purushottama. And then another one is called Prema Purushottama. Lila Purushottama means the one who enjoy unlimited pastimes. Unlimited pastimes. So Lord Krishna is the Lila Purushottama. He come and perform so many loving pastimes with his devotees. In performing loving pastimes, he gives so much pleasure to his devotees, and his devotees give so much pleasure to him, which is in Vrindavan. So the last call is the Lord really is so much pastime, like Ras Leela, or taking the cows to the forest, playing so many activities with the cowboy boyfriends, many full activities. When you read it, 10 canto, you will see, you get to see this. So, Lila Purushottama. And then there's a Prema Purushottama. Prema Purushottama means the one who, the Lord, who relish the love of himself, who actually relish, who's absorbed in love of himself. And that is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called Prema Purushottama, the Lord who comes to simply to relish the love of God in Krishna Prema. And then there's Mayada Purushottama. Mayada Purushottama means the one, because after all, the Vedas, the Vedantas, everything, the Vedas come from the Supreme Lord. In this world, for the management of this material world, for the functionality of this world. So the Lord manifested the Vedas so that the living entities can abide by those. And in the Vedas, there are many, many rules and regulations are there. So many, many rules and regulations are there. Because the humans, they are different from the animals. So the humans, they are meant to follow the guidance of the scriptures, which actually originally comes from God himself. And then by following those guidances, those rules and regulations, then a human being can purify themselves, and they can, by purify themselves, then they can be in a position to get out of this ocean of materialistic existence. They can be in such position. So when Lord Ram came, he actually followed this ideology very strictly. Rules and regulations followed very strictly, sacrificing his own personal enjoyment, sacrificing his own personal convenience. Why? Because the Lord, he wanted to set the example for the humanity. He wanted to set the example for the humanity to follow. Just like Lord Krishna says, he said, Yayat Acharati Shrestras, Tatat Evitaru Jana, Saya Pramana Kurutes, Lokasar Anuvatate. That whatever great man does, an ordinary person will follow. And whatever example he sets, the whole world pursue. So the Lord said, like Lord Krishna said in the Gita, he said that I come, I follow many, many rules and regulations, even though I'm not bound by it. I don't have to follow the rules and regulations. I don't have to do that. But for the sake of leading the people, I follow those rules. For the sake of leading the humanity, I follow the rules for the sake of example. So the Lord, so in this incarnation of Lord Ramachandra, he did that. For example, the Lord, he was a young boy, as a young boy, 13, 14 years old, in the palace of his, and it was like the eye ornament of his father, Dasharatha Maharaj. Lord Ram is his eye ornament, which means Dasharatha Maharaj cannot even live without seeing Lord Ram. Because Lord Ram, he possessed exceptional beauty, exceptional quality. And sometimes people try to describe who's more beautiful. Is it Lord Ram is more beautiful or Lord Krishna is more beautiful? Sometimes people try to describe it because both of them, they're extreme beauty. They form everything to the topmost perfection, actually beyond perfection. So one time when Lord Ram was there in the palace of his father, Dasharatha Maharaj, so all of a sudden, Vishwamitra, a sage, came to the palace. He came to the palace and requested King Dasharatha that he need the help of his two sons. Vishwamitra Maharaj said, Rishi, he asked Dasharatha Maharaj that he wants some help because he was being disturbed by the demons in the forest. Because so many sages, they perform so many sacrifices. And then there are these demons that are always creating disturbance. Subahu Maricha, always creating disturbance to the demon. So the great sage, so he came to the palace of Dasharatha Maharaj that he wants the help. He wants the help to deal with these demons in the forest. So Dasara Maharaj replied, oh, great, I'm ready to come. I'm ready to come with you. I will come with you with my army and deal with this and deal with all these demons. But Vishwamitra said, no, I don't need you or your army. I want your two sons to come with me, Ram and Lakshman. I want your two sons to come with me, Ram and Lakshman. And so when Dasara Maharaj heard this, he was very, very depressed. He was very, very heartbroken that how come you want my son? These are very tender boys. Very tender. Their body is very, very tender skin. Tender skin. How can you take my boy to the forest? In the wild forest, so many bad personalities, so many demons. How can you take my son to my boys? They don't know nothing about the forest life. How can they come to the forest with you? So that's why Maria was saying, no, this is impossible. I cannot let my children come with you. But and of course, Vishwamitra, I said, look, don't worry, I will take care of them. Nothing's going to happen to them, to Rama and Lakshman. But Dasara Maharaj was refusing. This is his life, asking for his life. But Dasara Maharaj's guru, Vasishtha Muni, he said, look, that's it, Dasara, don't worry. Vishwamitra is not an ordinary sage. Vishwamitra, he has all the mystic perfection, all the mystic powers. He can easily deal with the demons if he decided. So therefore, he has come here for a purpose, to seek both your sons. So therefore, allow them to go with the sage. So because of this advice of the guru, so that's the King Dasara Maharaj. So he agreed. Okay, you can take my sons. And then, of course, then Ram and Lakshman. So they went with Vishwamitra to the forest. They went with him, and then we are going inside the forest. You know, that time, then Vishwamitra, he taught them so many, mantras, so many weapons, the secret of weapons. He taught them a lot of secrets and all that. And of course, Lord Ram and Lakshman, they performed so many pastimes in the forest, killing all these demons who were harassing many. And also, and then, because the Lord performing his role as Mayada Purushotama, the Lord who has come to follow all the rules and regulations, which means when the rishis, the great sages, when they want something, a king cannot refuse it, cannot refuse. So the Lord set that example. Now, many lila pastimes, which were very, very displeasing, that actually make Lakshman unhappy, and he could not do anything about it, was that when, after the marriage of Sitaram, after the marriage and all that, and then they returned from Janak Maharaj. So they returned back to Ayodhya. So Laram returned to Ayodhya with his wife, and also his three brothers, they also got married. And then, so Dasara Maharaj, he was growing very, very old. He was growing very, very old. And then he had a consultation with his guru, Dasara Maharaj, the king, Vasishtha Muni. He had a consultation with his guru that, dear sage, I am very, very old. You can see my hair is very, very gray. Now, I desire to go to the forest to take Vanaprastha. Now, I want to coronate my son, elder son, Sri Ram. I want to coronate him to be the crown prince. I want my son to be the crown prince, regent, so that eventually be the king. I want this to be done. So when he told the rishi, the Moni was very, very, very happy. He said, "Oh yeah, that's a great idea." And then Sister Rishi, and then the king, King Dasara, he made the announcement to the city, to all the citizens of the city. He said that tomorrow morning I will coronate my son Ram to be the king. Tomorrow morning I will coronate my son to be the king. So the whole city was very, very happy. Drum were playing, drums, instruments, string instruments. It's like a big festival. What a big, and that is like a greatest news that is the citizen heard that, oh, tomorrow, Loram is Ramchandra is going to be the king. It's going to be coronated. So everyone was getting their best dresses, their best attires, getting ready for the coronation, for the event in the next day. But while in the palace, it's a very long story. So because it's a long story itself. But while in the palace, it was decided that Kakeyi, who was the stepmother of Laura, then she told Dasharatha Maharaj, because there was a boon which was given to her before by Dasharatha Maharaj, that she could ask for anything she wishes, because there was some favor that was previously done by Kakeyi to Dasharatha Maharaj, and Dasharatha Maharaj promised that I want to give you 2 boons. You can ask for it. And Kakeyi said that, well, when I need it, I will ask you. So what happened is that after Loram was pronounced to be coronated the next day, so there was corruption of Kakeyi's mind. Her mind was corrupted. And then she called up, and then all of a sudden, she developed a contrary attitude towards Loram. And then she told Dasharatha Maharaj that you have promised me 2 boons. You promised me 2 boons long time ago. So Dasharatha Maharaj said, yes, I know. So tell me, what are the 2 boons that you wanted? Now I want the 2 boons. I want those 2 boons to be granted now. The first boon, the first one, I want my son to be coronated instead, because our son was Bharat Maharaj. Was Bharat. So I want my son Bharat to be the king, not Ram to be the king, to be coronated. And second, I want Ram to be exiled, to be sent to the forest for 14 years. I want Ram to go to the forest for 14 years. I must take the dress of a hermit. He must not wear a royal dress. He must be in the forest for 14 years and live just like the rishis live in the forest. Because she wants her son to rule, and she doesn't want any disturbance, anything. So therefore, she asked that Ram should be sent to the forest to be exiled. So this was such a terrible thing. It was like a big shooting arrow that was shot onto the heart of Dasharatha Maharaj. It was shot like that. What kind of thing is this? So Dasharatha Maharaj was more than heartbroken. How can you ask for such a thing? You know, how can you disturb the great happening in the city? The whole city, the whole kingdom, they were getting ready for the coronation of Lord Ram, and you're asking for Ram to be sent not to be king, that your son be king instead, and not just that, and then you want him to be sent to the forest. So it's like you have come to kill me. But like the Kakeyi was determined. He said, nothing will please me more than this. So because the Kshatriyas, if they make a vow, they will never they have to follow their vows. So that's a marriage. He had no choice. He had no choice. And then, of course, he retired to his room, and he started speaking to everybody. He was so unhappy. But little Ram, when he heard that when he heard that he would no longer be the king the next day, and he was to go to the forest, actually, Ram was very, very happy. He said, "Oh, that's great. That is great." He was so happy with it. That, oh, I'm going to go to the forest for 14 years. That is a great thing. Because the Lord, after all, he had many, for his incarnation, he had many things many things to accomplish. So therefore, this going to the forest is actually meant to accomplish many things. So the Lord, he agreed without no animosity whatsoever to Kaki. So great. He actually accepted it with great happiness. But the Lord, Ramchandra accepting this with great happiness, this make Lakshman very, very unhappy. And of course, Lakshman, he had to follow Ram to the forest. And then, of course, Sita Devi also, because she cannot live without her husband. As they say, where the husband is, this is the residence of the wife. A chaste woman has no other residence. A chaste woman has no other abode. The abode of a chaste woman, chaste wife, is her residence. So when Ram said that, oh, my dear wife, forest is not meant for you. Forest is such a very dangerous place. Wild animals, trees, so many things. It is not the place you want to be. Here in the palace, very, very comfortable. Everyone will care for you here. It's in the palace. But Sister Devi said, this palace will be worse than hell for me if you are not here. It will be worse than hell. And be in the forest with you, it will be in the heaven. Because wherever you are, that is heavenly. So Sister Devi also had to go with Ram to the forest. But Lakshman could not prevent this. He could not prevent her because being the younger brother, he could not protest whatever the elder brother wants to do. He could not do that. So he has to go to the forest, and then so Lakshman went to the forest, and then for 14 years, and then in the last year, in the forest exile, in the last year of the exile, then that was when Sita Devi was kidnapped. Sita Devi was kidnapped by Ravan, and then Rama and Lakshman, they had to go and search for Sita Devi. And then with the assistant of the monkeys, they wage a war to Ravan and his demoniac family members. So in Lanka, so a war was taken. A big war was taken. So eventually Ravan was killed. And then after the Ravan was killed, because Sita Devi had been absent for almost a year, because that was the time when Ravan kidnapped her. So when Sita Devi was rescued from the grove, from the garden, it's called Ashoka Grove. When she was rescued from the garden, where she was to come and reunite with Ram, but Ram said, I want to make sure that Sita Devi is pure. So I want to make sure that she had not been touched by Ravan. So therefore, Ram told Lakshman to prepare a fire, that you prepare a fire so that Sita Devi can walk through the fire. So if she walks through the fire and she's not affected by it, then I can know that, yes, she's pure. So Lakshman had no choice. So even though he was not happy at all, but this is the order of the elder brother. This is desire. So Lakshman, he prepared the fire And then Sita Devi walked through the fire, and then there was no challenge. She was not affected. She was not affected by the fire. So many pastimes were there, which were done by, because Lakshman Devi, Lakshman Dev, he could, because the Lord is supposed to be enjoying himself, but he was simply giving himself one difficulty after the other, because he had this idea of being an idea person, idea king, Maya Pushottama. That was the purpose of his incarnation. So because of this purpose of his incarnation, this is what the Lord was going through, this Maya Pushottama. So so it's one difficulty after the other one, and this was very intolerable to Lakshman, very intolerable to Lakshman. And then the one that really make Lakshman so unhappy, the most unhappy, was after returning to the palace after the exile. Then Laurent became the king, surrounded by all the, his brothers and many all the loving citizens. And then there's one time, this story was told in Uttaramayana. So there was one time when supposedly Laurent was going incognito in the city. He was trying to find out what was everyone was thinking, what were the citizens, what they think of their king. So as he was going from incognito, from house to house, somehow they heard an argument going on between two couples. An argument, so Loram had an argument that was going on between two couples. These two couples, the husband was fighting with his wife, because apparently the wife, he had gone out for the night. She has gone out to the night. Maybe she went to a family member or something. She had gone out to the night and then came back to the house the next day. So when she came out to the house the next day, so this man, who was actually a very low class man, a washerman, so became angry with his wife, said that, oh, you have gone out of the house for the night, so therefore I cannot accept you back. I'm not henpecked husband. I'm not like Ramachandra, whose wife was kidnapped for a long time, and then he accepted her back. I'm not like Ramachandra, so I'm not going to accept you back in my house. This is what this. So Loram heard this. He said, "Oh, this is what some citizens are thinking about, that my wife, even though she was never touched by anyone. Actually, Sita Devi was never touched by Ram, because after all, Sita Devi is all spiritual, is the goddess of fortune herself. But this just for the sake of Leela, the so-called kidnapping, was there. So Laram said, "Oh, this was what the thing. This was what the citizens are thinking, that I've accepted back my wife into the accepted after being taken away for a long time by Ravan." So the Lord decided to do something about it. So the next day, then, even though at that time Sister Devi was actually pregnant, she was pregnant. And then Laram called Lakshman. He said, "Lakshman, I want you to take Sita Devi and abandon her, take her to the forest and abandon her in the forest. There's an ashram of Valmiki. There's an ashram of Valmiki that's in the forest. And Sita Devi, she always had desire anyway to go and visit the sages. So therefore, you take her to the forest and leave her there in the forest." So you can just imagine, because Lakshman, she has so much reverence to Laura. So much reverence she has. Now he was being asked to take her to the forest So much reverence for Sita Devi. Yes. So now it's been asked to take Sita Devi to the forest. What has she done? She's completely innocent. She has not done anything. She's never been touched by anyone before. She's the most ideal. She's the richest wife. She's the richest, rather richest wife. Richest wife. The whole world will get destroyed if one commit offense to a chaste woman. So Lakshman, he had to, with unhappy mind, with a deep agony, he has to follow whatever his brother tell him to do. He had to do this. So he had to take Sita to the forest and all that. So many pastimes happen in this particular Lila Lakshman. So therefore, Lakshman, so before the end of this pastime of the appearance of Rama and Lakshman, so he made a vow that in any future incarnations, he will no longer come as a younger brother. He will come as an elder brother, because a younger brother will always abide by whatever the elder brother say. A younger brother will always abide by the wish of the elder brother. So because Balaram, being the immediate expansion of Lord Krishna, he wants Krishna to enjoy himself. After all, the Lord is the reservoir of all pleasure, is the reservoir of all lila, of all bliss. Why will he be giving himself inconvenient just for the sake of showing example for the humanity? Why will he be giving himself so much inconvenience? So this Balaram, was in this immediate Baladev, he did not want this. So therefore he made a vow that, okay, for any future incarnations, he will always come as older brother. So therefore, in the incarnation of Krishna and Ram, Balaram, 5,000 years ago, so Lord Balaram is called, he came as the elder brother. So that's why it's called Doji. And coming as Doji, so he makes sure that yes, Lord Krishna enjoy himself to the max. He always makes sure that nothing will obstruct the enjoyment of Lord Krishna. Nothing will obstruct his enjoyment. He always makes sure that coming as the elder brother. So in their lila of Krishna and Balaram, now we know that now there are also some people who say that maybe Balaram is a year older than Krishna. This also cannot be the case, because the Balaram and there's only 1 week. There's only 1 week difference between them. There's only 1 week separation between them, and that's why their naming ceremony was done the same time. So after the birth of Lord Krishna, so after a few days, Gagamuni came to Vrindavan. So Gagamuni came to Vrindavan, and then he performed the naming ceremony of Krishna and Balaram together. Now, is there in this 10th canto Bhagavatam, is in the 3rd chapter, you will find this down there, whereby Mother Devaki, who was the wife of Vasudev, she was, at the time of the marriage, the time of the marriage of Vasudeva and Devaki, and that time, when Kamsa, he actually had so much affection, so much love for his sister, Devaki. So at her marriage to Vasudev, Kamsa decided, oh, my loving sister, I will be your driver. I'll be your charioteer. I will drive your chariot today. But we have to know that the cancer is a demon. But he has a loving, he's very, very affectionate to his sister. So he decided to be the charioteer. And then, so as Kamsa, as he held the rein of the chariot to start driving Devaki and Vasudev to their home. So all of a sudden, Kamsa, he heard a voice in the sky, Akasvani. He heard a voice in the sky, and the voice announced that, oh, Kamsa, you're such a fool you are. The woman that you are driving a chariot, her eighth son is going to kill you. The eighth son of the woman you are driving a chariot will kill you. So you must be so you're such a fool. So when Kamsa, when he heard this, he said, oh, the eighth child of my sister, the one I'm driving now, is going to kill me. So immediately, even though all his so-called affection that he had for his sister, immediately he just cast it aside. Because that's the demoniac person. He cast it aside, and then he wanted to kill her sister. He said, oh, if a child is going to kill me, now let not this happen. I must well deal with the problem now by killing her, so that this will not happen, so that there be no such a child that's going to kill me in the future. So he grabbed his sword, and then he was ready to cut off the head of Devaki. You can just imagine the demoniac person. So when Vasudev saw this, and of course he didn't panic, but he had to use whatever diplomatic means may be there to rescue his wife. He had to do this. So first of all, Vasudev, he preached the philosophy that we are not this body, we are spirit. So, why should we care for this body? Anyway, he preached philosophy and all that. But still, Kamsa could not be convinced by any philosophy. Even though Vasudev tried to, say, oh, my dear brother-in-law, this and that. He used all kind of logic, and, still, Kamsa could not be convinced, could not be, pacified. So, and then, so Vasudev said, okay, he's our eighth child. He's going to kill you. But his eighth child is going to kill you. That's the prediction. But I'm going to do one thing. Every time Devaki bear a child, I will bring the child to you, and then you can do as you wish. I'll bring the child to you, you can do, and let your sister live, let her live. In the future, as she be a child, I'm going to bring the child to you, and then you can do as you like. So thinking about this, because Kamsa, he knows that Vasudev is very, very honorable person. He said, okay, I take your word. I take your word for it. So, and then in this way, Devaki's life was spared by the thoughtful intervention of Vasudev. So her life was spared. And then when Devaki bought the first child, it took the first child this first child to Kamsa. So when he took the first child to Kamsa, so Kamsa was actually very, very impressed that Vasudev is a very, very honorable person. He was ready to keep his his pledge. He said, oh, okay. He said, look, Vasudev, I'm very, very happy with you're a very honorable person. since he's the eighth child of my sister, that is going to cause me problem. So therefore, I'm not going to do anything now. You can take your child back with you. Take your child back with you. So Basudev took the child back with him. So however, the next day, Nadamuni came to the palace of Kamsa. Nadamuni is a transcendental sage. So Nadamuni came back to the palace, and Nadamuni told, he said, Kamsa, don't you know anything about Vishnu? This Vishnu is very, very, is very, very crooked. Even though Vishnu is supposed to be coming as the eighth child of the Vaki, because after all, the Vishnu's Kamsa is the arch enemy of Vishnu. But Vishnu is very, very trickery, that he can appear in any of these 8 children. He can appear in any of these 8 children. So therefore, if I were you, I would not be so gracious towards Vasudev. If I were you. So Nadamuni was saying this, and that we should understand that Nadamuni is the one that makes everything possible for the Bhaktas. So Nadamuni always has his purpose. But Nadamuni has a way by which to play with the demons, so that it can bring the imminent destruction. And because then many things need to be achieved. So Nadamuni, he came to incite Kamsa that Kamsa, you need to act now, because don't think that Vishnu is going to wait till the 8th child in order for him to come. So when Kamsa heard, he said, "Oh, thank you, great sage. It's good you give me this advice." So immediately, so the next day, Kamsa, he arrested Vasudeva and Devaki. He arrested them, put them in a dungeon, and then the child, immediately he took the child and killed the child. He killed the child. So every year, Devaki will be a child. Will be a child every year, and then that child will be brought to Kamsa, and the Kamsa will immediately kill this. Will immediately kill this child. So he did this for 7 times. Every time we will kill the child, kill every children. No, 6 of them, 6 times. So kill every children which have been born to the Vaki. And then the 7th child was actually the expansion of the Lord himself, is actually Baladev. So because the demigods, before made their prayer to the Lord, the demigod, they went to the ocean of milk, petitioned Lord Brahma to do something to save the planet. The demigod have taken over. The demons have taken over. The demons have become very prevalent. So the dirty demigods, started by Indra, they went to Lord Brahma to do something. And then Lord Brahma, in his turn, he took all the demigods, and then they all went to the ocean of milk. They went to the ocean of milk to petition Lord Vishnu that the demons, they've become very prevalent. They become the source of trouble for the planet Earth. Become a source of trouble. So, and only Lord Vishnu can do something about it. And then Lord Vishnu communicated through Brahmaji to the demigods. And the Lord Vishnu gave the instruction that, first of all the demigods, they should take their birth on earth. They should take their birth in the families of Yadus, Madhavas, the different families. They should take their birth. And then he said that myself, my immediate expansion will descend. My immediate expansion will descend. So just and then so Balaram, he was in the womb of Devaki. So he was in the womb of Devaki. Was in the womb of Devaki, and then he was there for 6 months. 6 months in the womb of Devaki for 6 months. So at the 6 months, and then so Lord Krishna decided to descend himself. So Lord Krishna, he gave the order to Yogamaya, Yogamaya, that to transfer the embryo, to transfer the child that is within the womb of Devaki, that should be transferred to Rohini. That should be transferred to the womb of Rohini. And that I myself would personally descend in the womb of in the family of Devaki ambassador. So, which means first, Balaram was first of all in the womb of first of all in the womb of Devaki, was there for 6 months, and then it was transferred by Yogamaya to Rohini. So because Vasudev had 8 wives. He had 8 wives, and one of his wives' name was Rohini. And when the cancer, when he was harassing all the members of the Yadus, he was harassing all of them. So that time, so Vasudev, he had sent his wife to various places, but specifically he sent Rohini to Vrindavan, into the household of Vasudev. No, sorry, to the house of Nanda and Yashoda. And because the Vasudev and Nanda Maharaj, they were both cousins. They are cousins because they are the Ajamida Maharaj and Kunti Bhoja. There are 2 brothers. One brother was the Ajamida, who was the grandsire of the Nanda Maharaj, and then the other one, the Maharaj Prita, my Prita, who was like the grandfather of Vasudev. So Vasudev and Nanda Maharaj, they were related that way, and they were also good friends of each. So they were both related. So Vasudev, he sent his wife to go and take shelter in the house of Nanda, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda. So Balaram was transferred from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. So it was there, and that's one of the reasons why it's called Sankarshan, because it was attracted to the womb of Rohini. So when the naming ceremony was being done by Gagamani, so he was saying that this child of yours, telling Nanda Maharaj that this child, because of his attraction to Rohini, he'll be known as Sankarshan. And also because of his extraordinary strength, he will also be known as Baladev or Balaram. Bala means strength. So he will also be known as Balaram because of his extraordinary strength. So Balaram, when he was in the womb of Devaki, Rohini, so he was in the womb of Rohini for 8 months. For 8 months, he was in the womb of Rohini, and then he took it. After 8 months, so which means for a total 6 months in the womb of Devaki and 8 months in the womb of Rohini, a total of 14 months inside the womb, and then he came out. And then of course we should understand that for the Supreme Law, there is no birth. Which Aja means not birth. What is the Aja Pishan, Abhayatma, Pishan? I have no birth. Krishna said, I have no birth. But for the sake of pastimes, he appeared that the Lord is taking birth. But this taking birth is actually for the it's actually meant to give happiness to his devotees, because the Lord has no birth. There's no birth. And that's why the Lord said, telling Arjuna, he said, Jama Kama Chame Divyan. My appearance is transcendental. Do not take it to be honorary. Jama kama chamedivian was that my appearance and its appearance is transcendental. And for one who have understood this, will be liberated from this material world just by understanding that yes, when we hear that the Lord is coming to this material world, His coming is not ordinary. It's not ordinary appearance. He does not take material body. He does not take birth like ordinary living entities is doing. The Lord simply made His appearance. He appeared. So there's a difference between appearance and taking birth. Only the Lord make appearance. Everybody else take birth. So the Lord make His appearance and then perform his activities. So in this way, Balaram took birth from the womb. He came out of the womb of Rohini in now Vrindavan. And then of course, Krishna had Mother Yashoda. She actually gave birth to Krishna. She gave birth to Krishna. She was impregnated. I mean, Krishna appeared to her. Krishna appeared within her mind. When we talk on Janmashtami, we talk more about this on Janmashtami. So Krishna appeared within her mind, and then so anyway, so Krishna actually she gave birth to Mother Yashoda gave birth to twins, one boy and one girl. Now there's a simultaneous event. The simultaneous event is that Devaki, because when Krishna told the demigod that the child, the embryo within the womb of Devaki should be transferred to the womb of Rohini. So when this was done, then Krishna came, then the Supreme Lord, in his own original form, then he came and took shelter, took residence in the womb of Devaki. He took shelter in the womb of Devaki. And then Devaki became transformed. So as explained in the Bhagavatam, that when someone became a devotee, when someone becomes a devotee of the Supreme Lord, the body will become transformed. The person will become glowing with the glowing effulgence when a person becomes devotees. So the indication of when a devotee become the receptacle or the shadow of the Lord. So the body become different because of the contact with the transcendence. So Devaki's body was glowing all over the places. So much so that it actually created fear within Kamsa. It created fear. So now, and then, so when the Lord came, Lord Vishnu came, he came. So the Lord came, he made his appearance, not as a child, he actually made his appearance as a four-armed, grown-up Vishnu. Grown-up Lord Vishnu, he came. That's when it was at midnight that the Lord made his appearance as a grown-up Lord Vishnu with the four arms. And then there was the comfort, and then the prayer was being offered by Devaki and Vasudeva making prayer to the Supreme Lord. And then Devaki prayed to Lord, my dear Lord, people will make fun of me. They will joke that how come Supreme Lord has come in my household in his full-fledged form? So how come that they make proof of, if they see this your form, people will simply make fun of me. So therefore, please transform yourself as a baby. Transform yourself as a baby. So immediately that child, which was born in Krishna, who was actually born from the womb of Devaki, immediately appear in the prison house of Kamsa. And that child appeared in the prison house of Kamsa. So the Vishnu form disappeared, and this child remains. Actually, the Vishnu form actually merged into this baby child, into the baby. And then the baby was there on the floor crying. And then the and then the it was at midnight, so big rain. So Devaki carries the baby to Vrindavan across the Yamuna River. And while crossing the Yamuna River, there was the Ananta Sesh, which was guiding the baby. And this Ananta Sesh is the manifestation of Balaram. Ananta Sesh is the manifestation of Balaram. So which is constitutional duty. As I mentioned before, that Balaram is always the mode of is always is consider himself as a servant of the Lord. That's the mode of service. Let me see. There's one sloka here from the Lagu Bhagavatamrita. Let me try to locate it. See, Lagu. So let me see. So this is Lagu Bhagavatamrita is a special scripture which all devotees should definitely read. So it mentions that Lord Balaram, even though he's the elder brother, will always consider himself to be Krishna's servant. So, and Lord Balaram considered himself to be subordinate to Krishna, even though he's Krishna's elder brother. So he mentioned in the Bhagavatam 10th canto, Kimeta Adbhutamiva, Vasudeva Kilatmani, Rajasya Samanas Tokesu, Apuvam Prema Vadate, Keyam Vakutayata, Daviva Nari Utasuri, Prayo Mayastume Batu, Mayame Pim Vimoini. So it said here, what is this wonderful phenomenon? The affection of all the inhabitants of Braja Vrindavan, including me, toward these boys and calves is increasing as never before, just like our affection for Lord Krishna, the super soul of all living entities. Who is this mystic power? And where has she come from? Is she a demigod, a demoness? Who can bewilder me other than the illusory energy of my master, Lord Krishna? So, my master, Lord Krishna, so Balaramji, consider himself servant and consider Krishna to be the master. So this is in the sixth chapter of the Lila of Chaitanya, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he also makes very, very elaborate descriptions how everyone is a servant of Krishna, and how even all the avatars, all the expansions, they always consider themselves to be Krishna's servant. So when Krishna was being taken across the Yamuna in the midnight, it was raining very, very heavily. So at that time, the Sesha, Ananta Sesh, came as a big snake, and came as like an umbrella for protecting the child. So because it came to so Balaram came as Ananta says to render this service to Krishna. So there are many, many things which we can go over here. Now, the Balaram, of course, is the source of all the manifestations of the material world, is the source of all material and spiritual, is the source of everything. Balaram is the source. It's also the source of all living entities. Balaram in its three expansions is the source of all living entities. So that's why it's called Balaram. And Balaram is the predominator of the Tatastha Shakti, the predominator. Tata Shakti, the marginal potency of the Lord, which actually manifests all the living entities. And now, if you look at the paintings of Balaram, the art of Balaram, you will see that he always carried two items, the plow and then the club. So he carried this item, the plow and the club. So now, what does this mean? What does the plow and the club means? So a farmer, in order to till their land, they need the plow in order to till the land. And then of course, if there's any undesirable elements, then they have to stick to do that. So Lord Balaram is called the original farmer because all the living entities who have been lost in this material world. Lord Balaram is the one who actually come to rescue them. He come to rescue the living entities who have been lost in the ocean of materialistic existence by digging out the living entity, by fishing out the living entity from the ocean of material existence, from the darkness of material world. So with his plow, he dig out the living entities. And then when he dig out, and then for protection, of those living entities that he had dig out, for protection, that's what the club is meant for. Now, what is this digging out of the living entities? Because Lord Balaram is the Akanda Guru Tattva. Is the Akanda Guru Tattva. Is the combination, is actually the original Guru, is the combination of all the Gurus, Lord Balaram. Is Akanda Guru Tattva. Is a combination of all the Gurus. Just when we say Guru is one, what does it mean? Guru is one means Balaram is Guru. We have two Gurus. One is called Samasti Guru, and the other one is called Vyasti Guru. Samasti Guru means combination of all the Gurus. That's Guru Tattva. And that is one, and that one is Lord Balaram. And the Samasta and the Vyasti Gurus means the individual Guru who come to me and you and give us particular guidance. And that individual Guru is a manifestation of Lord Balaram. So Lord Balaram is the Samastic Guru. And from him come all the Vedas, come all the Vedic scriptures. So Lord Balaram is the Guru. So Brahmaji, Vyasa, they all got from him. Like there was one time when Lord Balaram, he was going on a pilgrimage, and as he was going on a pilgrimage, so he came across the assembly of the sages. He came across the assembly of the sages who were all describing the Puranas. They were listening to the Puranas. And on the seat, the person who was speaking, his name was Rama Ashram Shuta. He was Brahmana, he was narrating the Puranas to the sages. So the sages, great sages, Sonakari, so many of them. So when they saw Balaram, because they know that, yeah, this is the origin of everything, so they all got up to pay their reference, to pay their obeisances to Lord Balaram. But Ramasa Sutta, because of his blindness, not knowing the origin, who's the origin of the scripture that he was describing, he became he became arrogant. He did not get up from his seat to welcome Balaram. He did not get up to welcome Balaram. So Balaram saw him and said, who is this? What is this fellow? Who is this? He's speaking from Vedas, Puranas. I doesn't even know what is the source of the Vedic. Veda Ham Samat, the Lord said, Veda Ham Samati Tane. That I am to be known by the Vedas only. Veda Samati Tane, I am to be known by the Vedic creature, Vedanta Ke, Veda Viham Chaham. I'm the compiler of the Vedas, and the Vedas meant to know me. This is what Krishna says. So the Lord Balaram saw that this Ramasa Sutta, even though he thinks himself to be intelligent, he's actually not intelligent at all. Not intelligent at all, and he dared to be sitting in front of all the learned sages, narrating the scriptures. So therefore, Balaram said, okay, this fellow is not fit to be sitting in Vyasa. So Balaram, he killed him. He took a grass and killed him on the spot. So, and of course, then the sages, they were amazed. They said, oh, dear Lord, what have you done? So they say, oh, dear Lord, you've killed this great Brahmana, and this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good that you've killed him. So all the great sages, they were saying this. And then Lord Balaram replied, okay, do you want me to revive him? Do you want me to bring him back to life? The sages said, no. They said, no. You don't have to do that. After all, you have your reason. You have a purpose in killing him. You have your purpose in killing him, but simply make arrangement for us to be able to hear, because it was describing to us the Puranas, the activities of the Supreme Lord, which means your activities of Lord Krishna. He was describing it to us. So please, dear Lord, please make this possible for us to hear about these shooting activities. So Lord Balaram, so he simply selected this, he took the son of Ramasa Sutta. His name was Ugrasrava. Ugrasrava was also known as Sutta Goswami. So the Lord blessed him. He said, okay, I'm going to select his son. So the Lord Balaram, he blessed him by putting his hand on his head. And by putting his hand on his head, he became Sutta Goswami. He became filled with knowledge, with full knowledge, just by the contact. So the meaning of this also means that when we have a qualified guru, when we have a sad guru, we come in contact with that sad guru, will give us a spiritual touch. Will give us a spiritual touch. And with that spiritual touch, we'll be filled with transcendental knowledge. Actually, that's what Diksha means. This actually means the transmission of transcendental knowledge. That's what Diksha means. So by the blessing of the Guru, one becomes filled with transcendental knowledge. And then one is able to perform bhakti. So when Lord Balaram, in his position as Guru, as identity as Guru, as the original Guru, he tilled the living entities, he dig out the living entities from the ocean of the materialistic existence. And the living entities engage in bhakti. And then if there is any anatas that is coming in the heart of the devotees, so Lord Balaram will come and knock out the anatas. So with this club, that club is meant to smash the anatas of the devotees. Because if you are filled of the anatas, how can you attain the perfection? So there has to be anatta nivriti. Anatta nivriti means becoming free from the anarthas. Anartha means what is not desirable, what is preventing us from seeing the face of Lord Krishna. That is anartha. So the message of the Guru, the message of Lord Balaram come to remove this anartha from our heart. So Lord Balaram gives knowledge. So, for example, there are many demons which were killed by Lord Balaram himself, just as, Lord Krishna killed many demons, of course, but Lord Balaram also killed many demons. Now, some of those demons is like Dhenuka Sura. There's Dhenuka Sura, there's Palamba Sura. Now, Dhenuka Sura, Lord Krishna killed Dhenuka Sura. The Dhenuka Sura was a monkey. No, not a monkey, sorry, it's a donkey. Dhenuka Sura was a donkey because he came to attack. But Lord Balaram killed him. Now, Dhenuka Sura, according to the description by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in his book, the book in the Krishna Samhita, he described the demons of Vrindavan that Lord Krishna killed. And the demons of Vrindavan represent various anarthas that we have. Each demon that Lord Krishna killed has a specific meaning. Each demon that Krishna killed has a particular meaning, and each particular demon represents a people. So, for example, the killer of Putana means the fake false guru. That's what the killer of Putana means. So, the removal of the false guru, that's the killer of Putana. So, the Dhenuka Sura actually represent ignorance. So now, who removed the ignorance? Who destroyed the ignorance? It's a guru. Bona fide guru destroyed the ignorance. So by the killing of Dhenuka Sura, is the killing of the Dhenuka Sura is the removal of ignorance. And then when the ignorance is removed, then we can be enlightened in the transcendental subject matter. And also, Lord Balaram also killed a Pralamba Sura. Pralamba Sura, the story is there. The story is there in the Krishna book, Pralamba Sura, when Krishna, Balaram, and all the cowherd boys, they were performing their pastimes in the forest. And the Pralamba Sura, it was a friend of Kamsa. So he was looking for opportunity. It was a big demon. So he was looking for the opportunity to kill Krishna and Balaram. So Pralamba Sura, he came to Vrindavan and assumed he changed his form into that of a cowherd boy. So he pretended himself to be one of cowherd boys, friend of Krishna. So he came and he was playing with Krishna's and all the friends that he was playing. But of course, Krishna already know who he is, but he was playing along. So and then the Krishna and the cowherd boys, so they need to do some play. They need to do some wrestling. It's okay, we're going to wrestle, and whosoever get defeated will have to carry the victor on the back. So the cowherd boys and Krishna, they divided themselves into two parts, and they had to fight. That two parts, they had to fight against each other. They had to wrestle, and whoever get defeated will have to carry the opponent on the back. So, and then Balaram chose to fight with Pralamba Sura. So they were fighting. Therefore, some other boys who are fighting with Krishna, they were defeated. They defeated Krishna. So Krishna had to carry them on his back. But Pralamba Sura, he defeated Ram defeated Pralamba Sura. So when Ram defeated Pralamba Sura, so Pralamba Sura, he had to carry Ram on his back. So now Pralamba, he saw this as an opportunity to now kill Balaram. So he carried Balaram on his back to carry him. And then all of a sudden, he started running. We started going very fast. He started running very fast. He started running very, very fast. And he was going. So Balaram was wondering, what is this? I thought this is one of our friends. What's going on? Why is he going to some unknown place? And then all of a sudden, then Pralamba, he assumed it's a huge form, big form. So Balaram realized that, oh, it's a demon. So simply he has come to kill, he want to kill me and Krishna. So without, I'll not waste any time. So Balaram, with his small fist, he simply smashed the head of Pralamba. And Pralamba was dead. Smashed his head and was dead. So this killing, this is Pralamba, assuming this form is actually it represents the arrogance. So the arrogant, when one is very, very arrogant, so there has to be a way by which being arrogant needs to be dealt with. So Lord Krishna, Lord Balaram killing Pralamba is like dealing with our arrogance that we may have, that we always want to exert ourselves. I am so and so, I'm a great devotee, I am doing this bhajan, I'm doing this. So this is all arrogance. Whereas devotee is supposed to be simple, simplicity is Vaishnavism, supposed to be simple and all that. So we have to pray to the Lord that yes, if we have any pride within us, if you have any arrogance within us, the Lord should come, the Lord should kindly smash that pride that we have. And of course, the Lord will have different ways of doing that. So many demons that were killed by Krishna and Balaram, they represent various anarthas, various bad habits, and then by killing them, all these demons. So that's the Lord is dealing with that. So I think our time is going. Why it's almost 10:30. I was not even looking at time. So anyway, there's so much more to talk. This is just a glimpse of Lord Balaram. There's so much more to talk about Lord Balaram. So we should pray to the Lord that yes, to give us his mercy, and it's only through Balaram, through the strength, that we become very, very energetic in devotional service. We become very, very energetic in devotional service through the guidance that he gave us. So which means tomorrow, tomorrow, we should use that to increase our meditation, to increase our worship of the Lord, and to chant more rounds. Ideally, we should try to chant like 64 rounds tomorrow, like that. Do some extra thing to invoke the merciful glance of Lord Balaram upon us. Because without the mercy of Lord Balaram, we cannot get Krishna. We cannot get him. Lord Balaram make everything possible. Elonita bine Bharara Krishna Paitinahi. This is not understood. Elonita bine Bharara Krishna Paitinahi. That without the mercy of Lord Nityananda, nobody can get Krishna. Nobody can get him. And Lord Nityananda is Lord Balaram. Is Lord Balaram. So Lord Balaram is specifically shown us give us his mercy, he be kind upon us, and then we can attain loving service of Radha and Krishna. So I'm going to stop here. I hope I'm clear. I'm very, very limited tonight. I think Krishna want to show, Krishna diminish my pride by not letting devotees see me tonight. So my face is hidden away from the devotees. So therefore, Krishna did not, because I'm dressing, I have some nice kavacha on my neck, some nice chain on my neck. So Krishna wanted to diminish my pride tonight. So therefore, the devotees cannot see me. So Krishna has his way of dealing with his devotees. Okay. So thank you very much for listening. So if anybody wants to ask anything, you can please go ahead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Shara Prabhu, thank you so much. But even though we cannot see you, but I hope you can see us.
Yeah, I see you very well.
Yeah, okay, good. So we pray that next time you don't put on your kabacha and so we can see your lotus face. Well, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Lots of pastimes. In fact, I'm beginning to accept that my wife is a seer because my wife was joking with me that today you're going to be speaking for not less than 2 hours. and you almost did that.
I see.
Thank you so much. So devotees, of course, we've spent so much time here, but it's all in the wonderful glories of Sri Balaram's appearance. So if any devotee has something to share or to ask, we may do that. But I will also suggest that we try to be a little brief so our speaker can take rest. It's quite late this time. So Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Shri Govinda.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Do you have something to ask, Govinda Prabhu?
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, thank you very much, Prabhu. My respectful obeisances to you. My obeisances to the Vaishnavas. Good to see you again.
You can see me, so.
I can see you. Your picture is representing you.
with your transcendental eye.
You see, we are being deprived from seeing you and getting that blessings. You know, seeing you is a purification, and we are being deprived of that. It's so sad. You know, seeing your transcendental lotus feet is a blessing, and today we are being deprived from seeing you. Yeah, Prabhu, my question is about pride.
Mm-hmm.
What causes living entities to be proud? Even those who don't have transcendental knowledge, they still know naturally that there's one thing which is inevitable, and that is death. And everybody knows that whatever that we have in our possession is temporary.
Yeah.
We all know this. Those transcendentalists and the materialists, they know this fact. So what caused this pride? What make one feel so proud after knowing all this, that whatever we possess, whatever we have, everything will be taken away from us? What caused us for us to still maintain this quality of pride?
Yeah, that's a big thing. The pride that we have. Actually, this pride is one of the fundamental aspects of being this material world. That which is the pride is actually a part of ahankara, the concept of I am. And for example, is a manifestation of gross ignorance that I am in terms of when we say I am this body, which I am not. So the pride is just the nature of this is the nature of this materialistic existence that make one even have a higher conception of of himself. That I am so and so. So it's basically actually it's ignorance. Ignorance is the basis of everything. The ignorance that I am this, I am that. So ignorance is the basics, because we are ignorant of our existence. We are ignorant of who we are. So and that's what called, as they say, under the mistra, when the living entity is covered under the darkness. Not knowing, not knowing, the true oneself. So therefore, because of this ignorance of one's existence, so therefore, one take himself to be what he is not. Whereas, just as you said, we are nothing. We came here with nothing. We're going to live with nothing. But somehow we think we are something. We think we are something. Just like, let's say, somebody's working or doing business, is very, very successful, has all the amenities, has everything. He will take himself to be very, very smart. He says, oh, I'm such a smart person. That's why I'll be able to accomplish all these things. Just me. Just like your president in America is one of these, like, the most egotistical person anybody has ever seen. Trump. People say, I am this, Ishvaro Hambogi. I'm the enjoyer, I'm the, I'm the controller, Ishvaro Hambogi, which is the mother principle, of course. This Damba, pride, Damba. When location is describing the mother principles in the Bhagavad Gita, he said, Damba, that's the one of the first thing. Damba means pride. And the Lord said, this is one of the demoniac qualities, this pride. And this is a result of ignorance of materialistic existence. So when somebody is working, somebody is very successful in materialistic life, it takes himself to be very, very expert. Whereas when the same person, have some reverses in life, everything is going wrong with him, and I start blaming God. Say, oh God, why me? Why me? Why God? Why are you allowing this to happen? Why are you allowing this to happen? Why are you allowing this to happen to me? It's blaming God. Then when good things happen to him, he doesn't think of God. He think of, because things are good things because of me, the bad things because of God. So this is materialistic. This is materialistic mentality. This is a part of materialistic because of ignorance. So the awakening has to be done. So when the transcendental is saying, Jiv Jago, wake up, sleeping souls. Wake up from this deep ignorance. Wake up. Under Tamisha, wake up from where you've been. Wake up, know who you are. You are not this body, you're a servant of God. Just wake up from that. So when somebody is waking up and submitting himself to him or herself to a transcendental spiritual master, and it starts saying Nama means not me, I am not this. When we make this prayer, that when we start with Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, Nama in Sanskrit, Nama means not me, I am not this. I am not the owner of anything. I am simply a jiva, a spirit who has been captured within this material body. But whereas my real position is that of a servant, that's another's. That I'm a servant. I'm a servant. I'm not the master of anything. So that's actually the manifestation of real knowledge. When one start understanding one's true identity. And then because devotees, they're always prayerful to the Lord. And because as mentioned in the Bhagavatamrita, when Narada Muni, he was discussing with Uddhava, and they are saying that devotee advancement, especially someone who is developing love for God, is measured in terms of how humble the person is becoming. That's how the advancement is judged based on the humility of the devotees. When my Prabhu said that, they said, Trina peace nature and therapy session. One must be humble, than the blade of grass, one must be taller than a tree, one must be ready to offer obeisance to all the entities. And in that way, one can chant the holy name of the Lord. So which means until the first ego is completely given up, we cannot even truly worship God. We cannot even call ourselves devotee until all the pride is given up. We can even call ourselves devotees. So that's the criteria. When you see a devotee very, very humble, submissively and crying to God, crying to the Lord, and my dear Lord, save me, my dear Lord. Let me serve, let me be servants of your devotees. Then, and that is coming genuinely, it's not faking, it's actually coming from the heart. This is a genuine thing. So that is, that's how the measurement of advancement in spiritual life, that's how it's seen, that measurement, in terms of the removal of pride and arrogance and all that. So therefore, the Lord, when we pray to the Lord to come and kill us that bad habit that we have, so the Lord come and mercifully smash us, like he did with, Balaram did with the Pralamba Sura, with Denuka Sura, and we occasionally with so many demons, Bakasura, Agatasura, Agasura, many demons like that. So all these things are done. It's not that the Lord just killed it, but the Lord is killing the demons by killing our particular anarthas, like that. Okay, thank you, Hare Krishna. I hope I'm able to, answer your question.
Yes. Thank you very much. I was going to ask, what are the yardstick to determine that one is free from pride, or one is still in hold up to pride? But your last word has answered that question. So when we begin to pray, how we can serve devotees, how we can love devotees, I think that answers the question I was going to ask. So thank you very much, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, all devotees. Prabhuji, we know your time is far spent, far gone. But I just wanted to know this. Krishna in the spiritual world has his own abode called Goloka Vrindavan. Does Balaram also have his own abode, or Balaram is always with Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan?
Yeah, Balaram is always with Krishna.
Okay.
They're always together.
Okay.
There's no separate planet for Lord Balaram.
Okay.
That's the way it's described in the scriptures.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, all devotees. We're going to humbly request you all to kindly unmute yourselves, and we all chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And behind the chanting of the Maha Mantra, we also pray to Lord Balaram to give us the strength and the wisdom.
Is Vara Prabhu still there?
Yes, Shima Vara Prabhu is here.
Want to say something, Vara Prabhu?
Okay, Shima Vara Prabhu, this is from our revered speaker. So if you may unmute.
Haribo? Can you?
Yeah, I still see him here. All right. Maybe whatever the reason, maybe he's not hearing us, or maybe he's away from his device. In that case, we're going to continue to humbly request all the devotees to kindly unmute And we all chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And as I was trying to say earlier on, behind the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, we also pray to Sri Balaram to give us the strength and the wisdom to continue serving the Lord and his devotees. So please give me unmute and we all do that. Jai. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Alpa Tarabisna Krishna Sindhu Vicha Chaitana Pavaniti Vaishnava Vyodananda Utakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai.
Jai, Jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna Balaram Jayanti Ki Jai. All
Thank you very
glories
much.
to our revered speaker, His Grace Ishara Das Prabhu Ki Jai.
Jai.
Vaishnava Devotees Ki Jai.